If they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum, because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. First carry out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
The give to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Colts send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we? We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Complete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Second down, here's Eason. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
The It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Raiders 10, Colts nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
The ball carrier.
Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Raiders 10, Colts 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defense,
what's going on in the defense?
Yeah, it's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He was 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Into the first quarter with the score Raiders 10, Colts 7.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
On the tackle.
And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
1st first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Gets past him at the 10, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
That's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Raiders 17, Colts 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. from the gun is Eason. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
At the 25-yard line, the Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can do it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Taylor. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Eason. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jadeveon Clowney. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Reception here by Rhodes. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away, taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Puts it to Meredith, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Going deep for Walker. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 20-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and 10, Taylor now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run with Taylor, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. From the gun, Eason eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Here's Eason to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Try and run, Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Play action. They'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now a handoff working right. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Eason. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
For the field goal. A 45-yard.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got it answered.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Eason. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
1st and 10, Eason. Finds a man with a crossing route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 3rd and 2, Eason, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
On downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Operating from the gun. Eason now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
On the deep ball. Byron Jones on the coverage.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And that will write a finish to this ball game. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Las Vegas, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
you.